Hi students, very welcome once again in the chapter number 9 soil. In this video I am going to explain NCERT questions of chapter number 9 of class 7 science, and I have tried to make the video quite interesting, and without wasting any time, let's start with the question number 1. So take the most suitable answer in question number 1 and 2. In addition to the rock particles, the soil contains, soil contains minerals, soil contains organic matter, it also contains air and water. So option number 3 should be the correct one. Next question is the water holding capacity is highest in. When you say water holding capacity, it means ability to retain the water, and the answer definitely should be the clay soil, because here the particle size is very small. That is why the particles are very closer to each other. That is why the water holding capacity is highest. Now I am going to question number 3, and this is the matching question. We have to match the item in a column 1 with those in the column number 2. So here you see a home for living organisms. You see, home for living organism is soil, and all kind of soil contains one or another type of organism, so definitely it should match with point B, upper layer of the soil. You see, upper layer of the soil has a large it is dark in color. Upper layer of the soil is dark in color because it is rich in humus. You know what is humus? When organic matter like leaves or remains of the plants, it comes in contact with moisture and bacteria, then bacteria causes decomposition of this organic matter and convert into fertile matter, which is called humus. So it turns dark in color, and it increases the fertility, and it increases the nutrition level of the soil, and that is why the soil which is dark in color, it very fertile. It is very fertile. So option number 3, question number 3, sandy soil. Sandy soil, definitely it has larger particles because the sand you have seen in your daily life. Here the particles are very large, and because the large particle in between the sandy soil, the space is quite large, and their binding capacity or the strength between the particles is very less. Another feature with the sandy soil is that here the water retention or water holding capacity is very poor, but the percolation rate of the water is very high. So all these features about the sandy soil you should be knowing. Now question number 3 part 4, middle layer of the soil. Here middle layer of the soil is has a lesser amount of the humus, because middle layer of the soil is not directly in contact with the organic matter, unlike the first layer. Okay, so it should match with E point. Okay, so next question is clay soil. So now only 1 point is left. So clay soil contains small particles and are tightly packed. Because of this property, it is used to make a lot of earthen pots, earthen lamps, matka, etc. And clay soil is good for growth of plants like paddy. This you have studied in your chapter, so this is all answer that I have already discussed. Now next question is how soil is formed. Soil is formed by withering of rocks. Withering means breaking down. Okay, breaking down of rocks into small particles is called withering, and it is a process of in which physical breakdown and chemical decomposition of mineral takes place. By which agencies? By wind, by water, by climatic changes. Okay, wind, when very fast wind blows, then the rock particles can break into smaller one. When the heavy rainfall takes place again, then the rock particles break down into small pieces over the span of time. And about the climatic change means, you see, during the winters there is very cold environment is there, and during the summer it is very hot environment is there, and then during the rainy seasons there is a lot of rain there. And due to this variation in the temperature, the rocks, its strength get decreased and it starts slowly breaking down into smaller particles. So that is what the impact of climatic change I was discussing here. So in the weathering process, rocks are converted into small pieces which eventually turn to soil particles to form a layer of soil. So this is all about how the soil is formed. And now we switch over to the next question, question number 5. How is clay soil useful for crops? As I have already told you that clay soil has excellent water holding capacity. At the same time, it is rich in organic matter also. Clay and loamy soils are suitable for growing cereals like wheat, and water holding capacity in the clay soil support the growth of crops like paddy, which requires more water to grow. So you can understand here easily how clay soil is helpful for crops like wheat and paddy. Next question is, we have to differentiate between clay and sandy soil. It's very easy. Clay soils, the particles are finer. In sandy soil particles are larger. Clay soil particles are tightly packed, and sandy soil particles are loosely packed. Here the water holding capacity is very good. Here water holding capacity is very low. It is heavy in weight and it is light in weight, and clay soil is rich in humus and organic nutrients, but sandy soil is not rich in humus and organic nutrients, and very little air is trapped between the particles, and in sandy soil more air is trapped between the particles because the particle size is quite large in sandy soil. So next question again is very easy. In the chapter description we have already studied the sketch of cross section of the soil and its different layer. This is actually nothing but soil profile, and there are total 3 horizons, and the last one is called bedrock. You can see clearly in the picture which is taken from NCERT textbook, a horizon which is dark in color and is rich in humus. It is the fertile layer of the soil which support lot of vegetation. This is horizon B, which is the second layer, and here the content of humus is very less. And this is the lower horizon. This is C horizon, and here the rocks and the small pieces, the rocks are found in greater amount, and the bottommost layer is the bedrock. Here the actual big rocks are found. So this was all about the soil profile, and now we are going to discuss a question on percolation rate. Razia conducted an experiment in the field related to the rate of percolation, and she observed that it took 40 minutes for 200 milliliter of water to percolate through the soil sample, and we have to calculate the rate of percolation. So dear students, I want to recall you and revise you once again what is percolation. So percolation means how faster water can move through the soil, and the rate of movement of the water is fastest in the sandy soil and it is lowest in the clay soil. So now we have to calculate the rate of percolation. We are given amount of water, we are given percolation time, and percolation rate during the calculation of percolation rate, we have to put amount of water in numerator and the time taken to percolate the water in denominator. So you will get the final answer 200 divided by 40. You calculate and you will get your answer. Okay, and never forget to write the units, because if you are not writing the units you will miss your scores. So question number 9 is explain how soil pollution and soil erosion could be prevented. See, this topic we have studied in lower classes also. Soil pollution can be controlled by reducing the use of plastics. We can reduce soil pollution, and we should also control the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides to control the soil pollution. And next is how we can prevent soil erosion. Soil erosions means removal of top layer of the soil by action of wind, by action of rain, floods, etc., or deforestation. So if you want to prevent the soil erosion, we should plant more and more trees, because the trees hold, the roots of trees hold the soil particles very tightly, and it becomes difficult for soil to wither away. That is why plantation help to reduce the soil erosion. Next point is we should stop deforestation, avoid cutting trees, and we should also avoid overgrazing. So the key word is stop deforestation and promote afforestation. Okay. So question number 10, we have to solve the following crossword puzzle with the clues given. So clue number 1, across. Okay, this is the crossword puzzle, and these are the spaces given in your NCERT exercise, and you are asking across the box. We have to write about plantation prevents it. So plantation prevents soil erosion. So your answer should be erosion. Okay. So next is use should be banned to avoid soil pollution. Just now we studied it should be plastic. Okay. So here in point number 5, plastic or polythene you can write. Okay. Just let me explain you here. In point number 5 you have to write plastic, polythene, polythene. So you please, it is becoming difficult to write on the screen, so you just make use of your pens. So next is type of soil used for making the pottery. It is clay soil. Okay. So here in 6th you will write here clay soil at the here. And next is living organisms in the soil. So living organism in the soil is here earthworm should come. Okay. EARTHWORM. So this is correct option. Next is in desert, down. Now we have to write down the puzzle. In desert soil erosion occur through. Answer should be wind. Okay. And next is clay and loamy soils are suitable for cereals like, it is suitable for cereal like wheat. Okay. You can even check your answer. Yes, wheat is the correct answer. This type of soil can hold very little water. Sandy soil. Collective name for layer of soil. Just now we studied, it is called profile, soil profile. Here you see. So your answer is profile. So this was all about NCERT exercise questions of chapter number 9, soil. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or concern, you can put your questions in comment box. And till I bring new video for you, I want you all to keep rocking. Very best of studies. Stay fit, stay healthy. Thank you. Bye bye.